Welcome to the channel, everybody. Here, Politipod, where we go over everything, okay? Straight down the middle, right? So we're going to do both sides. We're going to analyze. And, well, all parties, we should say, and just give our opinion, okay? So we're not here to argue with anyone or tell anyone they're wrong. We're just here to share our thoughts, emotions, and whatever else we feel. All right? So today we have the Pennsylvania Mount Pleasant parade float, since that's big news. Okay, let's go watch some clips from that and comment.
More fallout from the Mount Pleasant Halloween parade, where one float appeared to depict Vice President Kamala Harris in shackles. Today, Democratic officials met at the Westmoreland County Courthouse to condemn the float. Krista Rose reports they urged the public to be respectful of one another, especially as Election Day approaches. And we do want to note that some of the video you're about to see may be disturbing to some viewers.
Appalling, hateful, and flat out wrong. Those are just a few words being used by community leaders to describe and condemn a recent Halloween parade float in Mount Pleasant. This was the scene on Wednesday night in Mount Pleasant, a Halloween parade for children that's been presented without incident for the last 70-plus years, seemingly besmirched by a group of bad actors displaying pro-Trump messaging on a four-wheel side-by-side while dragging a bound person dressed as Vice President Kamala Harris behind the vehicle. On Friday afternoon, community leaders in Westmoreland County, most of whom are Democrats, met in the courtyard of the Westmoreland County Courthouse to speak out against this exhibition.
The disturbing display at the Mount Pleasant Halloween Parade on October 30th does not represent who we are in Westmoreland County, and it certainly does not represent who we strive to be. Those who participated should be ashamed. They caused unnecessary hurt for their community, and they embarrass themselves and their families.
Democratic leaders today said several county Republicans.
Okay, first of all, I don't think, my opinion here, people, so if you want to lash out, you can do that elsewhere. So my opinion is, honestly, it was an exhibit of Halloween. Okay, it is Halloween, and everybody's dressing up. So that was just an act of that's where they were doing. It's no different. I don't think it's any different than dressing up as a horror flick person like Freddy or Jason and chasing people down the street with a fake knife or anything like that. It's caused no harm. It's all in good fun. I guess they just took the political route about it, and they're just expressing themselves in that way. No one was harmed. No one's image was tarnished. I understand the difference is that these are real people, and the fictional characters, of Jason and Freddy's, you would probably throw that argument in there of that. But I think there really was no harm to it. It's not, I don't know. I mean, if someone felt, if they were, badgering that person, Kamala Harris, if they were badgering her, maybe dragging her down the road or whipping her or showing some type of violence, then I would say, yeah, that was very, very ignorant. Don't do that. But they were just showing a different display of maybe whatever they were trying to prove. No one was hurt. There's a lot of political stuff going back and forth on both sides here. So I don't think that, anything that is nonviolent, I don't think, it's nothing wrong with it, but that's just my opinion.
Have denounced this parade float, and they said that many in Republican leadership were invited to the courthouse today to show unity, but none were in attendance. A representative from Mount Pleasant Volunteer Fire Department, the organization that puts on the parade each year, apologized and vowed to do better next year. And Mount Pleasant Mayor Diane Bailey said that this incident is not representative of the tight-knit community that's full of good people.
To say that the display was appalling and caused concern not only to the residents of the borough of Mount Pleasant and to the dedicated volunteer members of the Mount Pleasant Volunteer Fire Department is an understatement. Please know that this type of display is not condoned or acceptable by the Borough of Mount Pleasant and the Mount Pleasant Volunteer Fire Department now or ever.
Now, again, these community leaders are asking people to be respectful of one another in the lead up to Election Day, and they're asking both sides to tone down the rhetoric. Reporting at the Westmoreland County Courthouse, Chris DeRose, KDKA TV News.
So, is that any worse than depicting Jesus on the cross being drugged down the street and whipped at violence? We do why isn't that condoned? I mean, honestly, there's been movies about it, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it because there's no violence in it. But everybody has their opinions and thoughts. It's not disruptive anybody. I mean, what did it actually change? And other than feelings, what has it hurt? But that's just my opinion on that topic. You have yours. Put down in the comments what you think, and share what you think. Let's do it. All right. Make sure you subscribe. Come back. Politipod.